Wait for that recording to start. There we go. All right, we're recording, everybody. Welcome back from summer. This is actually my first live class I'm teaching this year, so you guys are lucky, I guess. You have me. Anyways, my name is Mr. Hancock. This is geography, so this one's just going to go kind of an introduction to geography, what it's all about, all that fun stuff. Just so you guys are aware, this session is being recorded for learning purposes. Here's my expectations as we're like in the virtual classroom. One, follow along with the Nearpod lesson. Two, use the chat tool respectfully and appropriately. And the last one, respond to questions and instructions the first time. Oh, did I have somebody in 7th grade? Yeah. I taught in the brick and mortar school like years ago, but now I'm here online, which I love. So, okay, this is a little bit about my family here. So this is my wife, Christy, and I. We've been married for, I don't know, I'm probably going to get it wrong, but I think like 14 years or so. We have 3 kids, Brooklyn, who is now 10, Kaysen, who is 7, and Kaylor, that's in the picture right there. He just turned 5. So it's kind of a little older picture, but that's a little bit about me. So on the Nearpod, if you're on there, which I do have the Nearpod in the chat, why don't you take a second and please tell me a little about yourself, right? So what do you like to do? Maybe what city you live in? What year in school are you? If you can't do it on the Nearpod, why don't you just put it in the chat? That would be kind of cool. And then we can kind of see where everybody's at right now, where everybody lives. Yes, California is on the west side of the United States. All right. Well noted, Logan. Sounds good. All right. So for those that have never used a Nearpod before, when you're following along, what you can do is just you get in here and you'll just write, what you like to do. So for me, my family likes boat. Oh, I can't even spell boating right. Boating and swimming. And what city do we live in? I would live in West Haven. Oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time. And what year am I in school? I'm like old. All right. So some people are putting in the chat they can't do it. Some people like archery. Okay. I've never heard of my town. Okay. Well, you can try me. Okay. And then what you do is you just, after you do it, you can just submit it at the bottom here. So that's how you'd work that. So some people are saying they like swimming. Some people like joking around, I guess. Cool. Well, this will get to know me, let me know you a little bit better, but we're going to move on. So this would be for just an overview of what the class is like. I'm not going to go over this right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually jump into our class right here and kind of show you how I lay things out. So I have class announcements right here. This is where I'm going to post the video recordings. So if you happen to miss this live class, I'll post it right here. That's why I'm recording right now, and they can use it. If you go into plan, which I forgot to first, this is going to show you when everything's due. So we have live classes every Monday, but on Fridays is when things are due. So this week you'll have the pre-test, which I'll show you what that is. You'll have the lesson 1 quiz, and then the lesson 1 reflection. So I have heard of Price, Utah, by the way. If that was the person that said, I wouldn't know what their town is. So that's this week. So if you go into, I did already have that up. Content, just right up here. You go, you should have hopefully already started maybe on the pre-test. If you haven't already, it's right here. So you click on pre-test. And then you can take this pretest. I'm not expecting you to know the answers. You just get credit for taking the pretest. Okay. Then next, this is what we're going over today, Intro to Geography. There is a lesson recording there. I'll actually delete it and put this new one in. But you have a Nearpod link if you need to do that if you weren't in class, and you'll have lesson 1 quiz. And then this one is something I added this year. It's just a reflection. So all you got to do is write like about 100 words. I'm not going to count that much, but just what you learned about in the lesson today. Don't put nothing because we always learn different stuff. So there we go. So that is just an overview of the class. Here's some hints to just do really well in the class. 1, you can retake the quizzes or redo the assignments as many times as you'd like to get the grade you want. Make sure you keep pace of the with the class plan. So over here on the calendar, you want to keep pace with it because it is just fast, right? Because it's only a block class. If you do look at our calendar, the end of the block ends on, oh geez, let's see here, October 18th, and it will come super fast. Okay, so just be aware of that. All right, we got to get at least a D, 60% for a D for passing, and then of course whatever grade you want to get, just get up to it, right? Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to go over what's called the 5 themes of geography. So the lesson objective is, given a quiz in the OLS, students will accurately answer multiple choice questions regarding the 5 themes of geography with 80% accuracy across one trial. Okay, so some people have some questions. Let me get to the chat real quick. Does block mean a fourth of the school year, just like a quarter? Yes. So the reason we named it a block is because you actually do the semester's worth of work in a block. So you get 0.5 credits for that time. So we accelerate things. So that's what it means there. Let me see if there's any other ones. So I said D's that get degrees. Yeah, if you just want a D, let's work for it, right? Just get up to passing. Herman, you don't know about a lot about geography. Well, hopefully you will at the end of this class. Yeah, so the pre-test, just to verify with the pre-test, this is just to see what you know right now. Just answer the questions the best you can. You just get participation points for taking it. Okay, and I think that catches me up. Wait. When the other classes do we choose to stay until October? Well, okay, so your core classes are basically all year long, like your math, your English, all that stuff. History and electives, CTE, that kind of stuff, that we're all block classes. So we'll be on this fast-paced schedule. Oh, hold on. So we are doing 2 blocks worth in 1 block. Yeah, so we're basically doing a semester's worth in one kind of block. That's how we do it. I don't think Spanish is fast-paced though. With that, just so you're aware, that's one of the ones that's not in the regards to the electives. So good questions, guys. Keep them coming as you need to. Okay, so real quick, geography. Brief definition of geography is the study of the earth and everything in it. So we're going to watch a little video about geography, and then we'll move on from there. All right, so that should give you a little bit about what geography is. And now we're going to go into this really annoying song. I'm only going to play it for a second because it just annoys me so much. But we're going to talk about the 5 themes of geography, okay? And so this is how I remember it, and it sticks in my head.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5 themes of geography. We got 5 themes of geography. The same 5 themes of geography. We got 5 themes.
Okay, so we're going to go over those. Yeah, we're not going to listen to that very long. Pretty bad. Okay. So the themes of geography. Let's start out here. The first theme of geography that we're going to talk about was what we called movement. Okay. It's how do goods, like your Amazon package that you order, moves from one place to the next. Okay. How people and services move from one person to the next. So people migrate, right? They move to different places. A lot of people live more towards oceans than other places, right? Or they move because of jobs. We're going to talk all about that, how they move from one place to another. So I have these videos that's going to hopefully describe the way the 5 themes of geography relate to Fortnite. I heard that wasn't cool anymore, but hey, hopefully it will stick in your brain a little bit. So let's watch these videos as he briefly explains how each of these go to it. Oh no, it won't be that bad, I promise. Here we go.
Today we're going to be talking about the 5 themes of geography.
5 themes of geography.
The 5 themes of geography are movement, region, human environment interaction, location, and place. And if you look at that, what does it spell? Mr. Help.
Mr. Hawk.
So let's jump right into it. Let's start with number 1. The first one is movement. Movement is how goods, people, ideas, anything like that get around the world. Now think about this. When you start a Fortnite game and you are on that island waiting to go, and then you go from that island into the map, that is movement. That is you moving or kind of like immigrating to this map to play. It wouldn't necessarily be kind of just running around and moving your character. The video you're watching, how this video gets spread around the internet, that is movement. The fact that you're playing it on a console of some type, or even a PC, those things were made somewhere else in those parts, and the product had to be shipped to you. They put it on a big ship and they bring it to the United States or Europe or Africa or wherever. And
okay. So we're going to answer this next question in just a second here, but provide one example that represents movement as a theme of geography. Okay. So what is something that moves? So for example, I'm going to give you an example while you guys are putting it on there is think about the idea of fry sauce. Okay. Fry sauce, it started in Utah, but it kind of moved to some of these other states, and a lot of people have that. Okay. All right. So some people are put in like a car. Okay. Birds move from one place to another. That's good. Yep. You're right. Moving food from farms to stores. Awesome. I like that one. Okay. You walk to a park. Okay. That is kind of movement, right? So you get to interact with different parts of the world, right? A plane. Yep. Plane going from one place to another. You know, our technology being able to go to a plane and all those different things. Okay. Thanks for putting that link in there, Danny. Appreciate it. Going on a cruise. Yep. Oh, here's another one that moves quite a bit that we don't really like too much. COVID, right? COVID is a movement from one place to another. Don't like that one too much. Okay. Moving country, bringing culture with them. Yep. I'm so glad that we'd have all different types of food, right? That moves from one place. Like I like sushi. So, you know, in Japan, they never had that, you know, it'd be nice. Curry. I'm like curry too. So I like all those kind of things. Train. Okay. Bicycles. Okay. I think you guys understand this concept. Very good. Okay. Let's move to the next one. The next theme of geography we're talking about is region. Okay. These are parts of the world identified with, but not actual boundaries. Okay. So for example, like southern Utah would be kind of like a region in itself because it has you know, those red rocks. Maybe it goes kind of down into Arizona a little bit, that red rock area. That would be a region. Alaska is kind of almost like its own region, like the kind of tundra area up there. Those would be different regions. Okay. So let's see how this relates to Fortnite, because maybe that will stick in your brains a little bit better. I don't know why this keeps coming up on my screen. Hold up. Sorry, guys. Something is not right with my computer. Showing you a black slide. Everything wants to go down. Sorry, guys. Okay. Everybody stay on. I'm going to have to do a bad thing and restart my computer real quick. Dang it. Okay. I'll be right back, guys. All right. You guys are still there. Can you guys hear me now? Yes. Okay. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, I guess that's just part of the game. A little bit. Oops, I got to share audio too. Hold on. Stop sharing. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's watch this about movement.
The second one is region. A region is an area with similar characteristics that make it different from other areas. When you look at a Fortnite map, you can see that there is a desert region, there is a mountainous region, and in the center you have like a kind of hilly, wooded region. Those are all different regions because they all have different characteristics that make it similar to that area, but different from the others.
Okay. All right. So that is a region. So think about what area of Utah do you live in? Do you live in like a high mountain region? Do you live like almost like a city, urban, suburban area? Do you live in like the desert kind of area? Do you live in the red rocks of Utah? What kind of region do you live in Utah? So why don't you put that down there? If you're not in the Nearpod, you can put it in the chat so we can all participate here. So I'll give you a second to do that. Let's see here. I have people say mountains, valley, good, city, valley, city, a Walmart in Ohio. Okay. Mountain region, the one where it only rains twice a year. So that'd probably be like a desert kind of thing. Drought region. I hear you. Can't even keep my grass alive. Mountains. Okay, maybe like suburban kind of area. Okay. Salt Lake Valley. Okay. Very good. Okay. Mountain city in northern Utah. Very good. Thanks, guys. And I got to see a bunch of people on the chat too, so that's awesome. Okay. Let's talk about the next one. The next one's called human environment interaction. It's how humans affect their environment and how the environment affects humans. For example, you can see these pictures over here. We got like a well being drilled. We have the bottom one, we have a dam. We're damming up a river. So there's different places that we go and we affect the environment. And then the environment also affects us, right? So you have like wildfires, there's floodings, there's our next lesson is going to be on natural disasters, which is kind of a fun one, where we talk about earthquakes and hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So let's see how this happens in Fortnite. And you know, if my computer freezes up on me again, I'm gonna be ticked.
Third is
There we
human
go.
environment
Good.
interaction. Human environment interaction is basically how do humans interact with this environment. In Fortnite, it's where you're knocking down that tree to get the wood. That's what we would do in real life. We would knock down trees to get wood to build houses. And again, imagine you just keep building and building and building and building in Fortnite. You know, they'll just stairway to heaven. And then, of course, my luck is you fall. In the real world, human environment interaction can even be the clothes that you wear. If it's hot outside, you wear shorts and t-shirt. If it's cold outside, you put a big jacket on. I mean, if it's freezing cold outside, it does not make sense for you to be wearing a bathing suit or a Speedo or something like that. And if it's really hot and you're in the middle of the desert, it doesn't make sense to be wearing a gigantic, winter jacket.
All right. So tell me one way that you have interacted with the environment in some way. Okay, so I'll tell you one way I interact with the environment. So I like to go boating, as I said before, and we go up on reservoirs. So reservoirs, when they dam off an area, so the water will build up. So I have a nice lake, that we can go fishing in, or we like surfing. That's our new thing. Kids love getting out on the kneeboard and like surfing the waves. So that is what we like to do. Okay. Somebody gardening, hiking. Okay. Let's see what some of you guys have put. Okay. You've touched grass, biking, parkour. Oh, cool. That looks tough, that parkour stuff. Okay. Go rappelling with your dad, eat plants, digging, mowing the lawn, hiking, swimming Pine View. I go boating in Pine View quite a bit. Go camping for scouts. Okay. Sleeping in grass, hiking. Don't go outside much. Okay. Four-wheeling. Yeah, we interacted a lot with four-wheeling too. Like when I go down to southern Utah, we always do like side-by-sides and stuff like that. Clean up floor sometimes, gardening, putting on sunscreen. Yep, that does affect you, right? The sun beating down on you. That's a way that you interact with the environment. Like jet ski, swimming. Okay. Very good. All right. The next one we're going to talk about is location. Okay. So where is something at? So there's two types of location. One's called exact location. So I'm giving like somebody my address, right? Or so you can put it in Google Maps and find where it's at. Or like longitude, latitude lines. Another one's like relative location. So for example, if I said, hey, I live 2 houses down from Maverick, or 3 houses away from the elementary school, something like that. That would be relative location. So you're describing it. So let's see how this relates to Fortnite.
All right, number 4 is location. Now, location is basically where something is. If you're asking to find something or you want to know where you're going, location is what you are asking. Now, there are 2 types. There's absolute and there's relative location. Now, absolute is an exact location. It could be an address. It can be latitude and longitude. Now, in Fortnite, an absolute location might be just the town name, kind of like if you were going to like Haunted Hills or Loot Lake or Retail Row. Anything like that would be kind of, at this point, an exact location. If someone was to put a waypoint on the map saying, I want you to go there, that is also an exact location. That would be the equivalent of today saying like GPS location on your phone or anything like that. The second of the 2 is relative location. Now, relative location is a little bit different. Relative location is a location in relationship to something. Most of the time, is a location in relationship to you. When you're playing Fortnite and you see an enemy and you say over there, that is a relative location. That character is over there from you. It's easy to understand. I cannot map over there. I can't do anything because it's not in relationship to me. It's in relationship to your character. Now, relative location is probably the location we use most on a daily basis. So when you hear over there, next to this, next to that, behind you, those are all relatives. When you're using a GPS and you hear your GPS saying 400 feet, that 400 feet is in relationship to you. You just don't hear GPSs say turn over there, because that would be crazy.
No.
Okay?
All right. So that is location. Okay. So let me ask you a question real quick. If you were to describe where you live, what type of location would that be? Okay. What type of location would that be? If you're not in the near pod, you can put it on the chat. If I were to describe where you live. Okay, describing. Good. Yeah, so that's relative. Good job, guys. Perfect. Okay, last one we're going to talk about is place. So this one I really, really like because I get to find out what it's like there, right? If I were to go to Japan and get like the all sushi bowl, right? That's a lot of sushi. I don't think I could eat all that. Or I get to find out what their religion is like, or what their climate's like, or what their housing is, or what kind of nationality and pride they have in their nationalism or their clothing that they wear. Okay. So this one's kind of fun because you get to see what it's really like. So let's see how that relates to Fortnite, and then we'll finish up here.
And number 5, the last one, is place. A place is a location with certain characteristics, be it human or physical characteristics, that make it different from others. When we think of Retail Row, kind of looks like a little shopping strip mall area. That place is different than Blue Lake. It is completely different. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't have the same physical characteristics. You know, Lake is a huge lake. It doesn't have as many stores. The human characteristics are different. And that's what makes it a place. And that's it. That's all of the 5 things: geography, movement, region, human environment interaction, location,
and place. Okay. All right. So I'm just interested. What we've gone through the 5 themes. What are the theme of geography that interests you the most? Would it be movement, region, human environment interaction, location, or place? Okay. So this is just completely total preference. What you may like. It just kind of helps me know what we may want to talk about a little bit more as we're going through the classes. We're going through everything. So, and it looks like the graph is showing right now that we're tied. So we'll give it a second. People seem to like place, human environment interaction, or movement the best. So, oh, wow. Okay, we're really close. So, region, location, movement. Okay. So we're going to be talking about all of these different things as we're going through out there. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to, let me just jump in real quick here. I'll probably do it over here. I forgot I had to restart my computer real quick. Now I don't have it up, but I'll get it up real quick for you. Pull it over. All right. So on our class here, what you want to do for this week, remember, if you're going into the plan, you got the pre-test, lesson 1 quiz, which is about what we just went over, and lesson 1 reflection. And so to get there, you just go into content. And you just have lesson 1 quiz, that, and then the pre-test is just up here. And remember, pre-test, if you don't know all the answers, that's okay. You just get credit for doing it. Okay, so I'll stick around after to answer any questions, but thanks everybody for coming. And we'll see you later. I'm going to stop the recording now.